Well, morning guys. Well, we've got a gorgeous morning here in Tafroot in Morocco, and a few people have messaged me to say you've changed the bike rack on the truck, and there's been a few questions, so I thought, you know what, it's probably easier if I do a video. Here it goes. We're the Gapticators, Phil and Izzy. We've been full-time travellers since 2018. Join us on our road trip adventures as we explore the world. And for weekly updates, subscribe, like and turn on that bell notification. So the rack that was on here previously was fine, but it was actually designed for 2 spare wheels. I put on the bike rack and the electric winch, and it was working fine. We used it for a year, and for the most part it was okay. It was solid. I had every confidence in it that it wouldn't go anywhere. But it did mean getting up the ladder. It was a bit precarious sometimes, trying to get the bike strapped up, and if it was windy or we were parked at a slight angle, it meant the bike would sort of hang off the back of the truck a little bit, and you know, you had to try and push it on whilst doing the straps, and it was a little bit dodgy, and I thought it's only a matter of time before I slip, I fall, you know, get hurt, whatever. So I thought it's probably best to try and do that whilst on the ground. So it's been a bit of a journey to try and get it this far. We've obviously got the garage door, and I'm in the garage all the time. You know, the batteries are in there, the Victron's in there, I keep all my spares, all my bits and pieces are in there, tables and chairs, so I always need access to that. So we had no choice really but to sort of keep the bike a little bit higher than I would like, but this is what we've ended up with, so it's probably easier if I show you. First off, we've got 2 clamps which have to be released, one either side. So you can see how it's actually locked in. So you've got this plate just here, and if I undo this, you can see this is done up really tight right now. So if I just undo this, I'm trying to do it left-handed, so it's a bit awkward, but basically okay, and then this just pulls out of the way. Really simple, and that's one side unlocked. So it's a really simple little controller. It's as simple as in and out, okay, and you've got a little plug which plugs into a little port to the back of the truck with a master switch, and that's driven off the engine batteries, not the leisure batteries. So let's plug it in. So it's just as simple as 3 little pins. It gets plugged in, master switch turned on, and we're good to go. So you can see it's really well strapped down. So I've got 2 straps on the back. I've got another strap on here, and obviously I've got a little strap designed for a motorcycle around the handlebars, okay, and then pulling it in just here on either side. It fits into a little purpose-built rack at the front, okay, and then on each wheel we've got an additional strap, so it isn't going anywhere. It takes about 7 to 8 minutes to undo the straps and remove the scooter. The scooter weighs about 130 kilograms, the frame and cradle come in at about 70 kilograms, so the 2,000 kilogram winch can easily deal with the 200 kilogram combined load. That said, I do carry a block and chain should this ever fail. So as you can see, it's a really simple design. It really just sort of pivots out on the arm, drops the cradle, and that's it. And it just means that I can secure the scooter in place and then just lock in the 2 side locking mechanisms, and that's it. It's solid. I do need to pull it out. You probably noticed in the video that I've got to give it a little sort of tug just to pull it out, because once the cradle's actually sat in its sort of stowed position, it actually sits on a couple of little sort of plinths, and that's just to make sure that when we do move and hit some bumps that it doesn't sort of sink any further. So and they're on a slight angle, so yeah, now and again you've got to give it a little pull out, but you know, to be honest with you, I can do it from the ground. It's really simple, and I'm happy with that. So obviously one of the downsides to stowing the bike on the back is that it gets covered in crap, and yes, I could put a cover on it. But the problem with the cover is we've gone through a number of covers and they just get shredded because of the sunlight and and the wind as well. And so when it gets really windy, unless they're strapped down really well with lots of straps and lots of bungees and trying to sort of prevent any of that movement, our bed is just there, and then you hear the noise. So we just decided, look, it's 4.5 years old, 5 years old actually. We've had it for new. It's been brilliant. It is what it is. We've decided just to leave it in the open.